1, 2.
Nothing, we took it off. We're gonna start the meeting. All right, thank you now.
All right, guys. Do your magic.
Are you gonna put the Zoom on the TV?
Technical difficulties.
The Zoom, we can't get,
Okay.
So Zoom is not working tonight,
Oh, okay.
for whatever reason, technical difficulties. Once we get the new system, hopefully all this goes
we
away.
need an engineer.
Yeah.
You need a computer engineer.
So we got Jeff
What is
Eck,
it? Is this town hall?
Pat.
What does it fall under?
Jeff M,
It's called
Terry,
Poolesville Parks Board.
No, the Wi-Fi.
Tim,
We got
John,
one
and Preston.
phone. Amazing,
Okay, we ready?
isn't it? These are great little things.
Should I say go? All right, we got 7:13 on November 9th. Poolesville Parks and Streets and Recreation Board meeting. Present, we have Jeff Eck, Pat, Jeff M, Terry, Tim, John, and Preston. Next meeting is December 9th. And we have no citizens here, so there's no comments from them. So anybody got anything? Let's see, I guess we'll just jump right into old business. Okay, never mind, sorry. Anybody want to rearrange this for any particular reason?
Don't.
No, fine.
We're good? Okay. First on the agenda for old business is speed humps. We got a lot of information from John.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of information, but it was summed up rather nicely. And I don't know who's preparing this, but this is a really nice preparation. Is this Niall?
Yeah, Niles took our data.
This is
and
great.
Reworked it. Yep.
So basically, it looks like 95% of the time people are going within the speed limit.
Correct.
So my initial gut reaction was we don't need speed humps, but I think the data supports the fact that we don't need speed humps there. That's just my 2 cents. And the other thing as I was thinking about this, we field a lot of these requests. We should have a standard response, because I feel like if we don't come up with this with just a set guideline or saying we're going to be every meeting we're going to be talking about a speed hump.
So Montgomery County, they have basically what we did was the same thing as what's required in this. The town in the past has not availed themselves to some of this information because we didn't know that it was out there available. The locations we've been trying to stay within the standard. Now, over the years, the town kind of worked the standards, let's say. We now know that we can get the speed data to look at it, and that'll help alleviate some of the things. And occasionally you will get somebody who exceeds the speed limit, and that's borne out by the data.
But I guess my point was that we have to have a standard response to every citizen that comes in and says, "Hey, we need a speed hump here."
Well, guidelines, as John said.
Yeah, like a guy, because I feel like if if we went that route, we'd have a speed hump on every street in every part of town, because everybody, has got a, speed hump that they want,
Well, how many speed humps do we have? Yeah. Seems more.
Oh, yeah, no, we got, because there's 4 in Hunter's Run. You got two on Hughes, or no, and then you've got the other ones that are closer to the high school.
Yeah.
So, close to a dozen, probably,
Plus a couple
at least.
Baldwin's got a couple.
Got Brightwell out here.
Didn't Baldwin get one?
No.
Right,
Dr. Walling.
Huh?
Dr. Walling.
Oh, Dr. Wall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sorry, no, I mean, in Brightwell.
I tripped over that one morning. Walking. I wasn't paying attention.
Now, I have a question. So, Mr. Strong, are you the expert here? Are there two different speed studies?
Yes, there were 2 different speed studies. There's a speed study done for for Spates Hill and one
Right.
done for Wooten Avenue. Out by the.
Wooten
by-
was like Lilly and Krister, that area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's already, on Wooten Avenue, Lilly and Krister, there's already, it pointed out, there's like speed bumps in 3 different places.
Well, that's because at the time, the speed information was not available to us.
Right,
So we looked at locations for the speed humps.
sure.
And we marked them on the roadway where they would occur if there were speed humps to be placed.
Okay. Now, I just got this before the meeting, so I really haven't had time to study it. But with your knowledge, does it warrant speed humps on Wooten near Lilly and Krister?
It doesn't carry the data that we have indicates that it does not fall in the range that would normally require speed reduction areas.
Okay. And what, do you happen to know, just offhand, what those criteria might be, that if it exceeded that, it would be?
Sure, if you look at the openings statements.
Page 3, right?
Yeah, page 3 of
Okay,
the.
sure, okay.
Of what Niles
Oh,
put
yeah,
together.
okay.
Yeah. It calls out what the requirements are, also what the percentile of speed, which would be the 85th percentile, traveling over 10 miles an hour over the posted speed limit.
Right.
And the data that we have doesn't indicate that that's the case.
Okay, swell, that's great. And then the other study was done at Spates Hill in Wooten,
Correct.
and what was?
Spates Hill,
What's that?
on Spates Hill,
Oh, on Spates Hill.
at Spates Hill,
Does
on
the paper
Spates
say
Hill.
Spates Hill / Wooten?
Yeah, there was two separate studies done.
Mhm.
Okay. And these, at Spates Hills, the vehicle, 95% of the vehicles were going 30 miles or less within the speed limit.
Okay,
Okay,
so there again, it does not meet the 85th percentile?
that's correct.
Okay, swell, that's great. Now we have it, now we know, and then we can tell the people who asked for it what the answer is.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Well, thank you.
Mhm.
I'm glad we did that, and I think, if we get more requests like this, we should
Well,
do the
it's
same.
probably what should happen is a town comes up with a policy, just like Montgomery County.
Uh-huh.
First of all, once they get a request, what they do is they poll the residents in the area. Then they go ahead and they do the speed study to determine whether it's necessary or not.
Or they can say, hey, listen, it's not, it's on a radius.
Correct,
It's not-
correct.
That's not 300 feet long, no, we can't do it. Or
Right.
it's within 100 feet of a stop sign, or can't do it, sorry.
Right.
So
Right.
should this be written up in the town regs then?
It should be a policy. I mean, it's the same thing as Montgomery County. They have a policy of how they attain a speed hump.
Basically standardize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that everybody's, when a person comes in, these are the rules, these is how it's done, and this is what we have to have in order to do it.
Street that where the residents were asking for last year, but it was on a radius.
Right, yeah, that was,
Chiswell, right?
Chiswell, correct.
And we could, I mean, we
We
couldn't
put two up
listen.
No, we put one.
Oh, one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was because
The
we,
neighbors.
that we kind of just, well, bent the standard, right?
Well, that's what the town manager at the
At
time,
the time, right.
yeah.
But if we say, hey, listen, this is a radius, that's not 300 feet long.
Right,
can't
and we
put it-
pointed all
sorry,
that, we pointed
we
all
won't
that
even
out.
Make the agenda is my point.
Right, correct. Right, and that was all pointed out to the town manager at the time, that it didn't meet the criteria, but
So those two locations don't warrant speed humps for this report.
based upon the information we have, Wooten Avenue, it does not, the area that was studied did not require, speed humps, and also the section of Spades Hill, which is down by Munger Farm, did not require speed humps, based upon the information we have.
So that kind of brings up a question. Does that mean that the speed humps that were installed possibly don't meet the standard, should be removed?
Well, you can't really judge that now because you have speed.
Do you have speed humps, so you can't get the speed data?
So you have to take them up.
Well,
Jeff.
the one place where we've
Yeah.
installed it in that neighborhood.
I think, yeah, I don't think we can, I don't think we can go backwards, I just think we have to
Yeah,
like,
that's not the same thing.
I'll wait till they're done.
Yeah.
So Jeff, Jeff, in answer to your thing though, we did, we approved one to go on that one, I don't remember the name of the road, but there was a road that actually had a little bit of a curve.
Right.
And the neighbors came in and they, whatever, complained and, but we did put one in there, but according to this and, what curve
Due
and
to
the
the,
line
due
of
to the
sight,
radius and the
we probably
location
shouldn't
well,
of,
we basically said, I don't think we made a recommendation.
no,
We,
that,
this board did not make a recommendation to put that in because of the data.
right,
It was the town manager overrode it, I don't even think he went to the commissioners, and he put that hump in based because they were already doing some
Well, they were doing
work.
blacktop. Yeah,
And he
they
said,
had
go ahead and
blacktop.
put that speed hump in, so he
Yeah.
overrode everybody. Yeah, that's why I say if we have standardized policies and procedures,
I totally agree with.
and it also too helps when commissioners or parks board member get stopped on the street and says, hey, we need a speed hump here. It was, oh, well, let me go talk to the board. That way we say, listen, there's a policy, email the town and we'll take a look at it and put it through our, the rigor. And that way it eliminates a lot of these
And we can
discussions.
send a copy of it to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll post on the website.
So we have speed
No, I
humps and
totally agree.
grandfather.
Yeah.
You would have to.
Yeah, we have grandfather speed humps essentially. So I make a recommendation
That we.
based on this information, that we as a board, we recommend, the Parks Board recommends to the commissioners that there be a standard policy for installing speed humps published by the town,
Following Montgomery County.
following Montgomery County,
well, I think you just come up with, you follow that, rather than Montgomery County, just follow
The-
ASHTO standard.
yeah, following ASHTO standards. Okay, so amended, yeah. I like that too, because it gives us a little more flexibility.
So Jeff, you gonna bring that to the commission?
Absolutely, I'm taking notes, yes.
Yeah, so recommendation is, the motion is, the Parks Board recommends to the commissioners that they adopt a speed hump policy, a published speed hump policy that, not pertains, that,
Address.
Or reflects.
that reflects the,
Criteria.
ASHTO criteria,
So they.
or the criteria set forth by ASHTO.
Okay, so is that a motion? You want,
That was a motion.
okay, anybody second it?
I'll second it.
Pat and Tim, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous.
Let's see, so Jeff goes to commissions, they say do it, comes back to us, and we give it to you.
No, I think it just goes right to,
So why don't you give it-
I think it goes right to John once they approve it, and John, then we get those regs and we publish them, right? That should be part of the,
Well, but the other question comes up if, let's say a citizen comes up and says, we need speed humps on, I'll just make up Valor Avenue. Do we first do a speed study like we have been doing, and then we can,
We gotta talk
Well, I
about.
think
Well,
what we
first,
first do
look at the
is-
minimum
is
the
we say,
minimum.
okay, here's the minimum criteria. Well, we're within 150 feet of a stop sign, so no, we
Yeah.
cannot put it in.
okay.
Or there's a curve, or the
there's
line
a
of
curve
sight,
or whatever.
or,
And
yeah.
then if we can,
If it falls under,
falls into the fact that, or to the policy where we can actually put one in, then we do the speed study.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right,
That's
that would
fine,
be my thought.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's a good idea. Do we pay for the speed study from Montgomery County or the police department? Or?
No, the police department, you get on the list to get the speed measuring device, and you may have seen it. It was actually a trailer that was parked out there.
With nothing on it.
Nothing on it, because they originally, when they put it out there, they had the flashing speed limit sign, which of course is like, let's see how fast I can go.
Yeah.
They,
Or I'm speeding, I need to slow down.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Officer Howard came in and gave testimony about the device and called that ghost mode. So it's in full recording mode, but the screen is turned off, because otherwise people are either going to slow down, they see the number on the screen, or they're going to challenge it and see how fast they can go and record on the screen. So he suggested it was in ghost mode, which Wade then managed. Okay, so thank you.
I think we can put speed humps to bed.
Same here.
or at least have a good policy for them.
Yeah, we get
No, I'm talking about for the agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Policy. And then they just, somebody comes in, you hand, here's their policy.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, actually, bottom of page 2, top of page 3, gives you a lot of the details right there, which is nice.
Yeah, once I saw that, I said, we should just publish this.
Yeah, okay, next on the agenda is crosswalks. And we got another little section here from Niles. Town has installed new flashing crosswalks at Fisher and Wooten. And Preston, I guess, do you guys do that? Thank you.
What was ironic, we did have a young person.
We had already approved it.
Yes.
We'd already approved it.
And it had been ordered.
Yeah.
Had been ordered.
Yes,
And we were just waiting, and everything has lag time. I just found the pickleball, and that's won't get here until February. And I gotta listen to them news.
What's coming in?
What are you gonna do, man?
That's how it
Oh, the nets, right, yeah, no, the
was.
stencil's in, yeah, I heard they're getting ready to do that.
And I kept looking, and I called them. They said, oh, you don't even have an order. I said, no, I do. I said, oh, we just changed, they found it. I said, oh, won't be here February or March.
Sorry.
And then it's like our top lot.
Fastest growing sport. Everybody's buying a pickleball team now.
Yeah, wait a minute, but that's something.
Okay, so we got that, and then,
So,
and then we got improvements to West Willard with the sidewalk.
And we got the crosswalks painted at West Willard, and we also have the signage up also for it.
Looks good.
And.
That's from Westerly Grove over to the high school.
Well,
Goes
comes.
So it comes down the roadway to past Westerly, okay, then goes 2 lots down and crosses over to Spates Hill, and then walks down Spates Hill. The reason it's not continuous is the town does not own a right-of-way
Not Spates Hill.
contiguous.
You mean,
This is, I'm not following you.
Spurrier.
Spurrier.
Space Hill was a. you said
Sorry,
Space Hill.
Oh, did I? Okay, sorry.
We're talking about-
Crosswalk.
Yeah.
It's the
Spurrier.
sidewalk that is on West Willard that is.
Stony Springs. It cuts
Stony
across the Stony Springs.
There was a picture somewhere.
Yeah, so basically, and I drove by there today.
There's a picture online. Did you find it, Jeff?
Yeah, basically what
No,
happens
I
is,
wasn't looking for that, but,
if you come down from the Westerly Grove, there's two or three lots between the high school and Spurrier that we don't have a right of way on, and there's nowhere you put a sidewalk. So the kids would have to come down, cross over Stony Springs, and then cross back. They have to cross twice, and I don't know what it needs like. And that's not even level too. I was looking at some of that land is higher. I think it would be a mess to have to put a sidewalk all the way down there.
But we got it in, and people are happy, they're using it. Like I said, we also repainted the crosswalk at Spurrier, where the kids cross over to the high school. Repainted that, but that road, I think it's scheduled for some work too, and Johnny mentioned some repaving and stuff. So once that's done, we're gonna try to, put some high visibility, paint, have glitter and everything, on that. So we made great strides in a short period of time on there, and I do like the flashing lights.
Yeah.
It really, also, I'm just saying, I removed a tree also, which added light to the townhouse side. Now, the other Cobra lights,
Right by Woodman and Fisher?
yeah, so the Cobra lights, we've been calling in since before August. And the reply is from Potomac Edison, we are waiting for parts.
Oh, that's the street light that's out?
Yes,
Yeah.
and we have it all documented, we've been
Yeah.
putting it in
Yeah.
regular. And that's not the only one, there's a lot of covers that are out throughout the town.
What do you call them?
We've been doing our job, and Wade, I think this week was gonna try to hustle them up, make some calls and see what he can get done. And that's probably the biggest thing on the crosswalks, is having that visibility. Now it's dark at 5.
Yes, yes.
We need to have light on our crosswalk.
Yeah.
I do like the flag, it does bring, especially at night, it really
Yeah, it really pops, yeah.
It really
Yeah,
does.
I mentioned this in our conversation before the actual meeting, but on 109 from the church, Methodist Church across to, what is that?
Heller.
Heller?
Yeah, Heller,
That,
by the bus stop?
correct.
Yeah.
If I know it's a state road and there's a crosswalk there, but it'd be nice if they put some high visibility paint down. I don't know if we can mention something to them.
Cross that all during the day.
What's that?
Not even the school buses. People cross it.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely. And there's not a light there, I don't think.
Kids don't even, yeah.
There's a light on this, on the residential side, but I don't think there's one by the
I think
church.
there's one on Elizabeth the Light.
That's what I mean.
So
There's
we
one
can-
on Elizabeth Light side. Is there anything can we petition the state, John?
Yeah, we can reach out to them.
It's just so,
As you know, they're currently doing the, down at the Spates Hill intersection, they're currently doing a study for that
crosswalk there.
crosswalk.
Yeah.
Improve that.
Because I do think that just with the number of kids I know that are in the reserve or Brightwell that walk across there, I was just coming back from just dropping my daughter off, and I saw a kid. He was and it was just so dark. I didn't see him until he was right there, or until I was right there.
Were they going into Elizabeth Delight?
Yeah, they crossed. That's where the bus picks up on the Elizabeth Delight side.
And that would be in the summertime, when the pool's open, because they would go down the street, come through the back.
And we still have a problem within the town with adults and young people. They just walk out. They don't hit the button.
Well, there's no.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, I know
You
that.
Notice even where we have the buttons, even the new ones actually glow at night, they got the red. And they still won't press them, and they just walk out like there's nothing to it. Yeah, we can only do so much. And
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
really-
I mean, that's a state road. That's not us. I'm just saying from a safety standpoint, it would be good to have one there or something.
And I think it does. I think it really works well, but there's still a percentage of people that won't push it, and they won't look, they just go. And the bicycles do the same thing, they shoot across that intersection.
Yeah.
So what was the suggestion for at Heller Avenue, the Methodist Church, where the school bus stop is?
I think we're trying to see what the state can do to improve that.
Request the study.
Yeah.
To look at it.
Study and a lighted crosswalk.
Yep.
Okay, so we good on crosswalks?
I think so.
All right, item,
No.
oh, no, go ahead.
I still want to push the button at locals, so to speak, because
Wasn't there a study done?
well, Arrow was doing something, and Wade said whatever they came back with wasn't very good. So,
What did they come back with?
no,
So,
he didn't tell
so-
me, so I don't know.
so they did come back with a plan, looked at it, it didn't make the grade, to say the least. And Wade was going to talk to the property owners to see about certain improvements that could be made. Wade's going to talk to them, see what they can do, to make improvements. It is a problem, as stated before, if you look at the highway safety criteria for a crosswalk there, because it's a mid-block crossing, and when you have mid-block crossings, you have to have certain amount of visibility of the pedestrians, and you don't have that.
I'm of the opinion if the town puts a crosswalk in there, it opens the town to liability. Because people are just gonna step out and there is no visibility there.
No, I agree.
I thought we talked about not putting a crosswalk.
That's what I'm saying, like,
Something there so people
we
can-
need a barrier. I think that's what John was alluding to, is putting a barrier between the two buildings so that,
Like the Ocean City fence or something?
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Part of it,
Parking lot area,
part of it,
but then there's a fence, there's a house,
there's a house,
and then what's further down, fence.
there's a house.
There's country there.
The old bank, where they run between the old bank and
Right.
the.
Yes, I've seen
brick
people-
building.
Right.
Yes, they do.
So you put a fence there, right?
I think that's what that's what we're trying to talk
But
to
you
the
can't
property
put a
owner
fence
about.
in the road, because when you have the big farm equipment come by,
No,
It won't
no,
fit.
who's put a fence in the road, Jeff?
No, between the,
oh.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like on that side, so people
Well,
would be disincentivized to try to cross
Yes,
because they
yes,
couldn't
yes.
get over the fence.
yeah, yeah. Interesting, okay.
Yeah.
How about a speed hump?
I guess we'll wait
Slow 'em
until,
down.
to see what arrow
Yeah,
comes back.
I think,
Era,
It's in the works then.
Era did come up with something, but it was found to be lacking.
Yeah, that's a wait, you
Yeah.
can tell me the details, but.
Yeah.
So did they go back to the drawing board and come back again, or they're just out of it?
Wade's working something. I'm gonna leave it there.
Stay tuned, December 9th.
Okay.
Should we move on to mulch?
I'm good with crosswalks.
Okay.
I think on the mulch end, there was somebody who's gonna testify via Zoom, and we're having technical difficulties as stated, so,
Next month?
Yeah, so
was this the
something
same woman
interesting.
that testified last time?
negative.
Okay.
Something interesting, though, so I was reading the notes here, and it says, "The town has administratively decided to use wood chips in future parks."
Yep.
So who is the town? The commissioners, or? That's the first time I've heard this, so that's why
I
I
was
was.
gonna
Not
say.
the,
At the present time, Way suggested, we had a few parks that were scheduled for the rubber mulch. All we did, we had the wood fibers brought back in
Just to hold off until we get the EPA
until we get the EPA study and see what we go. That also gives people an alternative park that they can play in. So we have 4 parks that, if people choose to play on the wood fibers, and they're good parks too, so they have an area they can go play on. And then other people could play on the rubber if they're happy with it.
So we're just putting a hold on installing more
Because
rubber.
we are still waiting on that EPA study.
Right.
Do we-
That's
do we have a
that was
date?
that was our decision back then.
Yeah.
Was-
Yeah, so it wasn't as if we,
Well, we don't know if this person is pro or con, that was trying.
well, it doesn't matter. I mean,
No,
yeah, I mean, I'm happy to hear their opinion either way. But we as a board had decided not to do anything until we get that EPA study.
What does the company say?
well, they sell a good product and it's safe. And I got the spreadsheet I gave to you guys,
And that's why we bought it.
yeah, we have that, yeah.
Mhm. Okay, but no, I agree. It makes, I mean, if we want to hold off and just do the wood for now and wait for the study, that's our reply to.
So this was on here because someone was gonna talk to us about it. Alright, so we're really not discussing it now.
Okay, skate park design. We got a lot here, but is this what we got? Is this what's proposed now from the contractor that was here?
Yeah.
planning.
It's pretty cool design.
Staff is asking the board to consider whether to approve the design and so staff to work with Mr.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brad Slide Lecky
Well, I mean,
for the skate park.
just the pool zone is $290,000.
You think they throw a sidewalk in the spring?
Yeah, the sidewalk's 4. The spectator area and the shade structures are 16,000.
That's gone.
And the street the street zone is 150, and I think that's got the half pipe stuff that they really wanted. I thought that's why they were kind of coming to us about that.
Or fixed fee, so it's almost 500,000.
So, just a reminder here, and this is stated before in all the meetings, is the design comes out, we have a document that they can go with. And then the town would go ahead and try to get grants to do a majority of the, fund this. But if I think this is more of a design question
Right.
than a budgetary question.
And I am of the mind to say, if we're gonna do it right. If we're gonna do it right, and that way we don't have to go back to it. That's my personal opinion. I like the design, but I'd like to get the input from the skaters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we put this off till next month and invite them back and make this available to them?
But isn't this everything they asked for?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I just want them to, because we told them when they were here, we would get their input.
This is their input, right.
This is coming, whatever, from
How
the
big's
Brad.
Pool zone? Can that double as a skating rink?
The Montgomery County.
Scratch that question.
Yeah, that would be not a good idea.
I think it's cool. I
love the design.
Yeah,
the design's great. I think the guy did a great job of incorporating what everybody wanted. And I think that,
I think we should approve the plan and let the commissioners look at it and bring the kids in.
Because I like how actually.
Let them do it then?
This one here.
Let them do the discussion then
We like
with
it,
commissioners,
we
or?
can't- We go back and forth, but we don't know what to do.
You know what's nice here, because they actually
They got
got,
everything they
they got
want.
the additional width that they were talking about.
Right.
He brought the sidewalk in behind, so we don't have to worry about that swell, Johnny. Remember we were talking about that swell? So this is well thought out, and then we can actually, the thing is though, I think you could break this in phase 1, phase 2 type of thing. What do you think, Johnny?
that's what I, like, phase 1 to me would be the street zone, because that's really what started this conversation, and then the pool area added as phase 2.
You break it in two for budgeting and.
But that's up to the commissioners, I think.
So from an engineering standpoint, what do you have problems with this?
So we'll have to come up with a stormwater concept. Go through
For that corner,
Well,
the whole thing?
whatever additional impervious areas you're at.
Okay.
And then we may have to work some stuff. It may be, it's probably not as hard to get this approved as some of the other facilities. That we're looking at.
But are we going to talk about the comprehensive redesign of that area that includes the bouldering park? I didn't really see
That's what next, Jeff, we're gonna talk about bouldering.
right, but I didn't really see it like a composite.
Oh, you can remember he said he would do that for free, I don't know if we ever got anything to him to do that.
Well, we really haven't talked about it,
The bouldering, we really haven't
because that
said.
has to go back to the commission, to come back to us, so we gotta talk about it. So we're looking at like 460,000 for this. What do you think, a couple $100,000 for the?
See, this time we don't have to purchase land.
Did we run this by, the kid that started all this?
Why isn't he here?
I don't know, I was, because I think,
So I think the next meeting, you have the kids come in, give their opinion, and just let them look at this and testify.
Mm-hmm.
If we could just say that we like the concept, Jeff can bring it to the commission, and then we can meet with the next one.
And Jeff's gonna go skateboarding.
But that probably has to be into the next year's budget.
yeah,
Next 10 years, but.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
we get a plan, and then all of a sudden, as long as we got a plan and a little money in place, the grants come, hey, we're ready,
Yeah.
we're ready, we're ready.
yeah.
So I like this design.
I do too.
Because everything the kids want.
I like the design too, but I just want to make sure it's what the kids want.
I'll never see myself using it.
But you know what? That park gets used like crazy. I don't care what
Oh, I
anybody
know.
says.
It really is,
It's
yeah.
always being
It's
used.
just a lot of maintenance.
And now, one of the things I think when we do it, again, about doing it right,
It's drastic.
is we got to figure out a way to cover that surface that it's cool, so the kids won't want to draw on it. By the way, it reminds me, I saw some graffiti on
The walkway, the
Yeah.
road.
the walkway, Stevens Park.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't think it was vulgar, they were just like stick figures. and
Just
stuff like
stick
that.
figures and stuff.
And actually, it was a can of marking paint, it would be going over right now.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you
It's
guys
just
want to do?
annoying.
Do we say we like this and pass it up to the commissioners, or do we wait until? or do we do this as a two-step thing? Say we like it, pass it up to the commissioners, but then next month, we have
Their
our,
approval, we'll meet with the kids next month.
Yeah.
See if they like it for a quick 10, 15 minutes. and then- do they-
So the first step is to make sure that the people who are here like this design?
Can they
oh, that's what I'm
go-
asking. Do we
Can they put this-
go to the commissioners and say, hey, we like this, do you guys want us to take the next step?
Oh, I
I
see.
think they do.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah, I
think- I
would say
think you
yes.
guys do,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes.
Realizing that we
Because
need
we've
to-
done all this, and they, you
Right,
guys
right, right.
flew this.
Okay,
design
so
guy
what
in.
we're saying is, we're not making a recommendation to commissioners to go ahead and start funding. What we're saying, hey, the Parks Board would like to notify the commissioners that we approve of the concept,
Yep.
would like to get the commissioners
Next step is,
permission to move forward in getting additional feedback from, or to finalize the design.
so we can get a
So help,
plan.
Jeff's writing this down, so
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
okay,
We
so,
can formulate a plan
so,
and
yeah,
have
so
it on.
we like the concept plan presented.
Right.
And then we just need, what, approval or recommendation
We
to
would like
move
to,
forward?
we would like the commissioners' input to move forward with, making a final approval of the design and formal recommendation. Essentially, we want to make sure that we push this forward, that the commissioner's not going to be like, yeah, we don't want that.
Right, okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
before we invite these kids back, and
Yeah, we don't want to put the kids through this process and the commissioners say, nah, we're not interested in that.
How good are these prices, how long are these prices good for? Change, baby.
Yeah.
30 days.
30 days.
Next year, it'll be a lot cheaper.
30 minutes.
Next year, when we're in recession, it'll be a whole lot cheaper.
I want to swim in that pool, though.
All right, so we don't necessarily need to make a formal recommendation to do that, right?
No.
We're good, okay.
Yeah, I got it.
He's on it.
I wrote it down, yeah.
He's on it.
Okay, so I just wrote down, so, yeah, we're recommending to the commissioners to look at, say that we like this, and then we're asking if the board should then move forward, pretty much,
When we
right?
do, we need a big board on the skate
Then we'll
park.
schedule, then we'll put a notice out, hey, skateboarders, please come.
Please come to the board, the next meeting, yeah. Cool, okay. All right, back up. All right, next item is bouldering park.
Oh, yeah. Big boulders.
Bouldering.
We have, well, I
Including
mean,
the
since
cost of
the
adding a bouldering
initial
park during
conversation, have we had
distance,
anybody else mention this thing?
Well, this came up by who? Who brought this up to us? Mark, right? Anyone else brought
I
it up?
believe Mark was, but I mean, is there anybody in town input? We've had nobody come in and say, hey,
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Well, maybe we should have a meeting and see if people are interested.
yeah, I like,
Because it's not small money.
Exactly,
no,
yeah.
it's not
just-
small,
just
but
the
it's,
boulder
it's even
itself
beyond
is-
the money. Is it going to get used, right? Like,
55,000 for Big Rock, plus bringing
I mean, that's probably,
Engineer,
in. I think we should have it in Wayland Commons, like that way.
but we do have room,
Right.
but
Serious,
but
we
the
should.
thing is that we really do have room over there. I mean, I don't think it would be a bad addition to
But a skate park? No, I think it belongs there.
once again, I know Martin's the only one brought it up, but I think it would be one of those things, once it was put in,
Build on the time?
well, thing is that we built the skate park and it took them out of the, center of town, so.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
don't use the walkway.
Yeah, but
That's
the,
what I'm
but to
saying. And I
to
think
Pat's
this
point,
would be neat enough that, and I think potentially, it would draw people from Gaithersburg, Frederick, because there's not many of these around.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have a good
I
bit
know
of
why.
land that we could put a pretty good park in now.
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just like, we've seen no support. I wonder,
for the skate park, they fill the room.
yeah.
I mean, several years ago, it was filled
Well,
multiple
they
times.
filled the room just last week or last month.
Exactly,
the skate
yeah.
park.
You know, I think maybe, we'll contact Martin and say, hey, we need to see how many people do you know interest?
Yeah, can we go back to the commissioners and maybe, since Martin is kind of the one that was,
Oh, Martin Ranigan.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
He was kind of, and maybe just say, Jeff, like,
Yeah.
hey, we don't know how to move forward with this bouldering park because there's not much interest.
We haven't seen any town
See, no interest.
That we know of.
That we know of, and if he's got some,
Yeah, like the skateboarders, they hustle their crowd in.
Yeah.
Give Martin, say, hey, man, you know bouldering people that would be interested in it, and we gotta.
Because we like the concept, I think, but until we see the interest, we don't want to be like, hey, we're proposing a park, and then eventually people come in and, we,
I do know one gentleman, he's also an EMT at the fire station, his name is Frank Velez, he lived over on Tama, and he said this was the best thing ever that he ever heard of, about the bouldering park, but he wasn't here, giving any testimony.
It hasn't really been seen well enough.
yeah. I would love to see input from the town on that, because you said the boulder itself is 55,000, but that doesn't
One.
count installation.
Installation.
That doesn't count the.
And I talked to Martin
Drop
about,
zone.
because you have to have a fall zone material. and Martin
Rubber
said-
mulch.
That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
He says, let's do that, we can use that rubber mulch. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that. But once again, we're kind of on a moratorium.
Another
that's
Delta
right
thing.
now.
And the pictures, it looks like it's not that rubber mulch. It's like that. It's like there's something underneath
Mats.
it
It's
that
usually mats.
that like a rubber, like a pervious rubber mat.
The one
They're
that,
just trying to
Controlling
put it
the
together.
so Abby Radigan had posted something back on August 1st on Facebook,
Okay.
and ended up getting about 20 different people, looks like here, that
Yeah, you
commented
look at this picture.
in support.
That's not mulch. That's a mat.
That's a giant mat,
big
yeah.
rubber.
And you would have to take that into consideration, and depending how larger boulders we did go, yeah, but I'm sure that would dictate how.
And it also depends on stormwater management. There's a whole bunch of things that have to be designed into it that probably in Casper, Wyoming, they don't have to design into it.
Well, that's the other thing. Every single one of these places,
They have real rocks.
Boulder, Colorado, Minnesota, Boulder, Colorado, Casper, Wyoming, and then the closest one here is the Glen Gin, West Virginia. But look where it's at. It's a cool boulders next to like a climbing wall, like a real wall that you would have to.
Realistically, this could be $500,000.
Easy.
Easy. I mean, one rock is 55,000, they're gonna put a little rock in.
And I'm not saying it's not cool, and I wouldn't.
But we'd have to get a grant going. so
Well, we can get the private residents to get his.
It's an idea, I don't think it's a bad idea, let me talk to Mark, I'll talk to Mark. Say, hey, we kinda like it, we just don't see the support. Do you have a group of people that are interested, and we send, have them come to a meeting?
And give us their input. I mean, we don't even know what kind of rock
Yes.
somebody would want. I mean, yes, there's different pictures of here, but that's my
Now,
thought.
Jeff, would
Let me see your
wanna
readers
talk
real
to
quick.
Martin at the
See what?
meeting,
Are those
or would you
readers?
want me to-
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, you're welcome to talk to them, but I will also speak with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Aspen, Colorado, maybe it was like 2 months ago or so. And then they have a very large green space where they have soccer fields and whatnot. And they had this bouldering, it was manufactured, it wasn't actual rock. And there were kids climbing all over it and on top of it and everything. And that was the first time I'd ever really seen one in person. But it was really there, it was very,
And the way I understand, which I like, so, you have your boulder, you can have one side that's for advanced, and
Yep.
another side is actually
Yep.
designed for.
with overhangs and stuff, yeah.
Young people and, beginners and stuff like
Yeah.
that, so, and since it is an engineered boulder, the way I understand it, they can put actually handholds in it.
Right, and you can
So
move the
They
handles.
can
yeah.
do a lot of different things
Yeah.
with it. So, it's an interesting concept, I just think we need to, like I said, I'll get a hold of Morgan tomorrow. and see if-
Cool. The extra large one only weighs 52,000 pounds.
What?
You don't move them.
52,000
What's it
pounds.
made out of?
And it looks like you need about 10 inches of concrete for the slab.
Shot rock is
Oh, yeah.
Reinforced with rebarb. And that's got to be, obviously below the freezer. I don't know, I'm not a
Frost line.
frost line, but, and then it looks like you got a pretty big area of that like 8 inches of, where you would need to put that rubber surface
The
stuff
fall
down.
zone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shot rock,
That's sprayed concrete, is shot rock.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, but
Yeah, and I think, like you said, people, I mean, even if we put it in, it's gonna start getting used. But, and I think,
I'll contact Martin, and that's a start point. I'll
Yeah.
and I mean, just looking at his wife's post, a bunch of people chimed in, that, yeah, that they would love it.
I mean, you got Earth Treks down there in Rockville. It's always packed. I mean, it's not like you can't. And not like it wouldn't not go to use.
Is that a climbing wall? I've never been there.
Earth Treks, it's a hold on. It's climbing everything. It's basic beginning climbing to like free climb. It's pretty slick. And they have like the overhang thing. Just check it out. It's a gigantic warehouse that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over there by Richard Montgomery.
Wow, that's a pretty cool looking one.
Yeah, that's in somebody's house.
Is it a private residence?
He did
Missed
not.
that.
Person did not put the fall zone. He just he's must be
good.
Must be good.
Yeah, let's go to the ring.
Yeah.
All right, so we got,
I think with the town though, we have to have a fall zone. Have to.
absolutely, yeah.
I think we should put it way on top. Why not? If you're concerned about liability, you have a right to keep an eye on it.
All right, so anybody got anything for new business?
I already mentioned mine. So the lighting
Right.
The,
crosswalk.
Preston, the pickleball court on, Eldon Park.
We had brought that up in the last meeting.
Northwest corner, yes.
Yeah.
But I said I was gonna bring pictures and I didn't. And I forgot to bring the AED. Jeff, do you wanna bring up the AED?
Oh, yeah, thank you, that's the next one.
I forgot to bring it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, that's the next one. Oh, thank you. Well, the idea of AEDs, so automated electronic defibrillators. So myself and two other CPR instructors recently provided a CPR AED not first aid, but adult, child, and infant training for the Poolesville Seniors Club, and this was a couple weeks ago. And Bill McDonald was the organizer of some of the Poolesville Seniors Club, and so he and I have corresponded back and forth a little bit about the possibility of having AEDs in the Baptist church and a couple other places where they play pickleball and this and that, and also out at the outdoor parks. Now, we haven't quite figured out how to, be able to have a expensive device at an outdoor park that was unsecured. So that's still up in the air. And I spoke with our chief about it, Chief Scott Graham at the fire station, and he is checking with, I think I wrote that down. I forget the acronym. No, I don't have that with me. Oh, maybe I do on my phone. Let me see if I can find it. But the idea is not that the acronym is all that important, but the idea is that he's checking to see what Montgomery County might be able to provide in a program called PAD, that's Public Access Defibrillators. So like I say, I don't know yet what the chief will come back with. So here's the acronym. EMSIH, Montgomery County Emergency Medical and Integrated Health Services. So Chief Scott Graham is checking with this organization in Montgomery County to find out if public access defibrillators are, or if we can somehow take advantage of that program here in Poolesville. So it's still a bit up in the air. And Bill McDonald was also, from the Poolesville Seniors Club, was also researching the possibility for grants to acquire AEDs, because they're not cheap. They're in the vicinity of $2,000. Maybe there's a little bit less or a little bit more. So they're not inexpensive devices. And he's researching the possibility to get grants for some of the locations where the Poolesville Senior Club, does their events like pickleball and that kind of thing. So that's what I know about that. Do you have anything to add?
Are they mandatory in restaurants, Montgomery County?
I don't honestly know if they're mandatory in restaurants.
We have one in here.
We have to have the dental offices.
We have one here. There is one in Dr. Dugarel's office. There's one in the schools.
Cabinets.
In the elementary school. There's one in the
Right.
high school. I don't know. I haven't looked personally in the middle school or not. I suspect it is in the middle school.
In all honesty, Jeff, if we leave them
They're gone.
at the parks,
Yeah.
they won't be. With that said, the pickleball people have a nice box they lock. We could actually put one in there.
Well, that's what he
That,
mentioned.
and we've also got the concession thing over at
He did
Stevens.
mention that, yeah.
Concession stands are only open when Terry's there.
But couldn't they have a key to it? Whoever, Norm or whoever
Yeah,
But
but
see, it would be better off to have them one in their box.
or better have them.
Yeah, well, I just didn't know what their
Bring
box
it
was,
in, because An emergency, who's gonna run to get it?
You gotta get the key, yeah.
People don't think clearly.
But
of
as I'm saying,
emergency.
there's a box right there. We could buy one, and Jeff Beck could have a special day, he takes all the pickleball people and get them coached up.
Certified.
Well, yeah, and then the other thing is I don't know if they're really meant for outdoor storage, yeah.
It's like right now during the.
They have an
They have outdoor
outdoor,
boxes.
they have an
Yeah,
outdoor
yeah,
cabinet.
yeah.
They do?
They have, I'm looking online, you can get one at aedleader.com.
Uh-huh.
There's a
Out,
Swiss,
an outdoor cabinet for $349.
there's a Swiss company, you dial the number, and they'll drop one off with a drone. Seriously. I mean, not around here, but over in Switzerland.
Interesting.
Gotta pull the video, I'll send you the video, it's really cool.
Yeah, so I mean,
One right here. You go ahead and put it town hall, you can call,
Put a drone.
send the drone.
No, but some guys hiking, you can't get up there, they bring a drone and drop it, along with pizza.
yeah, but how quickly, wouldn't you have already died of the heart attack by the time the drone got up there?
It's a fast drone.
They got Reaper drones dropped. The AED's coming in so fast it literally blows up on impact.
These things work, they don't always, you don't zap everyone, you gotta be in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea, but once again, how do you secure it?
Yes, that is the question.
And,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe the club could have one and bring it around with them.
And I think the other problem is if you have an outdoor AED, even if there was a way to secure it, who's trained up on that? You want some guy, I mean, there is the Good Samaritan laws to protect people trying to help, but like, you want some dude like, yeah, they fainted, and the next thing you know, you're like,
They talk,
Rip off the
they
glove,
talk
put
you
it to
through,
your hands,
and
Yeah, they do.
and they won't fire in certain
It's
It's pretty,
situations.
it's
all
pretty
about-
Really?
Yeah.
really? Huh? I mean, hey, I'm all for it if we have a way to secure it and.
Or what do we want to do?
Well, let's see if it's any better.
Well, right now,
Jeff's looking into it, and the
right now, I'm
guys
just
from the
waiting
fire
for the
department
chief
is
to get
looking
back
into
and
it.
see what
But in
the,
all honesty, Terry should probably have one in his thing, because during the ball game.
Yeah. Oh, I-
How many grandparents come?
Why can't you put them inside the snack shack? Is them up?
Well, you could put one in, but the
But you have
pickleball
to-
people could not get in.
Yeah, you gotta be,
Oh,
somebody,
oh.
it's gotta be accessible, and that's
Well,
Yeah.
this
couldn't,
is the problem about putting it in the concession stand, because it's only accessible at certain times.
can't we just mount it to that wall over there and just pray
But
nobody
the
steals it?
kids- Trust me, you know what the kids would do? Hey, Johnny, come here. Hey, Mr. Brown. Ah! That's what, I'm just telling
It
you.
won't
I
shock them. It
guarantee.
won't shock them.
It won't.
Yeah.
It only
No,
shocks
but
them.
it won't, but they'll take it apart,
Oh.
and they'll
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it
yeah.
They'll
on,
play
and
with
then
it.
it will say, but then it's already been used. I mean, you're saying it just, so that's
Yes, yes.
something
And the
that.
other thing is the batteries to replace these. Like
well, you normally have a service that would come in and swap the batteries and just make sure everything all stocked up with the correct pads and child pads and that kind of thing, so, yeah.
So you're looking into it?
Well, chief
Is
is,
what your
he's
chief
gonna
is,
tell me.
yeah, okay,
Yes.
but you can get back to us on that.
Yes, yeah.
I did look back at my other things, bike racks. That was one of our old things. Are they all done?
They're
Oh, that was our
installed,
old
brother.
business. Yeah, I know, but I mean, we talked about it last month, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to follow up.
What we want to install for right now, and then we're waiting for further direction, basically, where we want to put them.
Okay.
So, we've covered most of the parts that do not have at least one bike rack. So now basically we're going to be.
So you still have then a couple on hand, or?
A couple on hand.
Right, okay.
And,
We got some-
At one time, we had talked about offering them to the new home developments and maybe some of the commercial, like, I think locals would, man, one would look good out there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if, we could approach them and I could drop it off, I could even install it, doesn't matter. But I think they really are a nice little marquee, thing. Even
Yes,
though
yeah,
it's
they
kind
are.
of hard to think if it's a,
It'd be nice to somehow advertise it was a bike rack.
right.
Why,
Well, anyway,
why would we put one in locals? I thought these were for parks and stuff.
but the original concept 3 or 4 years ago was that we would integrate it into the commercial industry, this also. And I'm just saying that's what the original concept.
This is to try to drive people foot traffic and bike traffic to, if they're gonna go over to Dunkin' or something like that. Bless you. Bless you.
Like I said, Tim, I went close to the park, and it had.
Cool. No, I just had that on one of my previous agendas,
And we
so.
put way on, and then we put one here at Town Hall. And,
Yeah, we were planning, that got hijacked from us.
Yeah, we
Right.
never finished finalizing.
You got one at Laurie Gore Park.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago, just for fun, I
Then I'll put them in
I
at,
posted a picture of the bike rack on Facebook, just
and the kids,
asking, does anybody know what this is? Most people just didn't know, but, because it doesn't look like a bike rack, really.
I do think we need it, when we do something like that, have a Facebook campaign that says, hey, check out the new bike track around town.
Maybe we need signs.
Or flashing
Well,
signs.
that or we just get the plain ones that we're gonna go next to it, right?
I thought it was fine, and then nicely.
Yeah, that's how you mess.
Because out here, we have an existing bike, we painted the same color, buttoned up against to it, that's a bike rack now.
Mhm.
I mean, it looks like, and we have the marquee. Anyway, at this time, I don't think we need to pursue. any- I mean, it's just, we have a couple there, and when the new developments come on, we can offer, put them in the parking.
Near the parks or whatever, okay. All right, anybody else got anything for new business?
What about Jeff's and, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have a-
Well,
I have a
yeah,
short
Preston's
report.
next.
So the pickleball court at Elgin is something we should put in the budget or make a recommendation, or that was the original thought?
Pickleball at Elgin?
Yeah,
I think we need to get a cost estimate on it first.
Okay, well, yeah, of course.
so we gotta have, gotta go to the commissioners, the commissioners got.
But someone in your neighborhood have to drive all the way to see them.
I am not against having a pickleball court there.
No, I think
I'm
it's
just,
the reason. I can't grow any grass there for some reason.
Oh, it's all.
And it's really.
All right, so make a recommendation,
Yeah,
or
we got
motion, and
Tim
we'll pass it up to the commissioners to
Oh,
see if they
Tim-
want us to.
why don't
or
Tim make a
somebody
recommendation?
Or make a motion.
and
You guys
I'll second it.
Make a motion that we,
We, look into putting a pickleball court in the northwest corner of Elgin.
Second.
Tim/Pat, at what, northwest?
Corner of Elgin Park.
Northwest corner of Elgin.
No, the tree, the circle.
What about the cherry tree?
All right, so Jeff, you
We
got
can
that then?
What are you talking about?
Jeff, you good with that? So we're,
yeah, I'm just writing it
we wanna
down.
look into
Put
putting
in
a
pickleball court in the northwest corner of Elgin Park.
Yep.
Correct. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Any other new business?
John, what do you think? Any good?
We got Preston first, and then, or I guess we do John too, if you want to jump in. Okay, Preston, you're up.
Hey, into our fall, winter program, I can tell for the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing the Christmas, getting stuff ready. We're actually redoing the,
Where's the Walmart? Christmas is right now.
and we're actually redigging some of the power, out here in the park, we're having issues again with it. And, I think we brought him to have John design, or look into it, I think that needs to be approved by.
We made a
Commissioners to move on.
Yep.
And Jeff, and that, so what we need is you guys to say, yes, John, please redesign to the standards that we.
Yeah, we made the recommendation that we fund that, or that the
Well-
commission fund that.
May I tell you, so I had several items that I added to the agenda for the meeting that didn't take place. I'll get to that in a moment. And Wade answered me back and said, and the two items were approve the money to remove the right turn lane on Hughes Road at the northern corner of Tom Fox intersection, and the second item was approve the money to replace and upgrade the Wayland Commons underground wiring, and I put a whole bunch of reasons there. And Wade answered me back and said, what did he say here? These two items should be placed in the upcoming budget discussion and not funded through amendments. So we'll, like I say, that meeting didn't happen. The October 17th meeting didn't happen, and the November 7th meeting didn't happen. So,
So once you find out, then you
Yeah.
guys will task Johnny to get a plan and price.
okay.
Yeah, we can't put it in the we can't put it in the budget if we don't have a plan of price.
How much power are you gonna bring in? How many amps?
So this kind of came up just very, very
400
recently.
amps maybe?
Okay, and there's a bunch of things that have to be answered first, such as what are you serving, right? Are we serving oil fryers in every tree location? Are we serving, a bunch of uplighting? What are we serving? So we have to come up with a power structure before we can design it and give you all a price, or give you a estimated fee of what it would be to do it. You kind of need to know where you're going and what you're going to try to do.
How about some solar panels?
What I had written,
Roof right on top of your place.
I'll do it.
And anyway, so we gotta make the next step
okay,
on that.
okay, so what I had written down here, Mr. Strong, was, the proposal is for 30 200 amp runs.
30, 200 amp.
That's what was mentioned, and I took notes on that.
That's a lot.
That is a
3,200 amp runs.
That's like 6,000, isn't it?
Now, we got 200 amp panels. That's what we-
Right, but.
Well, wait, but the thing is, though, we got before.
So I don't think Jeff, I don't think Jeff needs that specifics. That would be something John would come up with. That's what I'm saying, so I'm saying,
And you don't need 30. We
What we
need, you want,
need-
so I'm saying you don't need to specify that, I guess is what I'm getting at.
All right.
Because that would be what John will come back and make the
Okay.
recommendation.
So we need a point that the commissioners say, hey, John, meet with Preston, we'll go over what our needs are and work up a
Okay.
plan.
So
But they
that's what we're
need-
asking of the commissioners, is that we get John to come up with the plan and the recommendation.
We gotta decide if we're gonna have up lighting, get rid of lighting in the trees, that we talked about. Then we need power at the trees for Christmas decoration. That's low,
LED, the LED, or,
voltage. But then we have to have several stations without, so when the, food trucks come in, they have some 20, 30, and maybe.
when you and John can figure all that out
That's
before.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's something that John and I can work on.
And
Once.
also you gotta look at how long the runs are, so the right wire size.
Yes, and that's the problem.
And then plan for 200 extra amps.
Yeah, and the problem is, we are undersized our wires, because all it was supposed to be was lighting for trees, which is normally a low voltage.
Now you have like 12 gauge low
And
voltage.
we've actually burned the box, I mean, they've all melted, the wires.
Oh, dear.
So we're close to a point, I think we're gonna have some issues.
I think the original.
so Jeff, you good then?
I got it, yep.
Okay, so yeah, you're just asking
Yep.
John to do the study with Preston to,
Yeah, yeah.
perfect, okay.
Okay, got that corrected there.
Fall, winter, okay, power issues. Back at you.
All right, my turn now?
You keep going, yep.
Okay. But anyway, so, like I said, we're working up here, gotta get that done. Hopefully my trees get delivered, so I can do I have like 30, trees I have to, replace throughout the town, which is the normal number, 30 to 40. We're trying to save the trees over on Hoskinson, those, nice, locust trees. And so we've been treating them. Some are gonna make it, some aren't, and they're just getting to gorgeous size. And what it is, it's Japanese aphids, and they eat the leaves off so fast the trees can never, generate any.
I had aphids in my crepe myrtles this summer.
Man.
Neem oil?
What's that?
Neem oil? What are you treating them with?
I don't know, I bring in Bartlett trees, I let the pros do it. And so anyway, so we're fighting that, getting my trees in, December 3rd, I think it's the 3rd or 5th, that Friday is our lighting ceremony, that first Friday in December. We're on schedule with it, have that. And then, we acquired another truck, hopefully it'll be delivered next week. I purchased a electric spreader for it. I already purchased that. I said, once I get the truck, I'll take it over and get my spreader put on. Then we'll have a really, you'll see, you guys will like that truck. It's a nice truck. Because we're getting away from steel beds to go into aluminum. They're 10% more, but the longevity is just gonna go.
I really like the new logos on the side of the trucks.
They look sharp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really,
And
I've seen a
actually,
couple.
that's a Jim Brown.
Instead of just town of Pool, it looks nice.
It looks sharp, it does, it really looks good. And really, since Way's been here, if you notice, our fleet's better and better. We had one vehicle we used to drive, two of them. One was called Super Chicken, and one was the Bomb. And that, when Wade took over, we had some vehicles that, when you went through town, it was embarrassing. But if you notice now, our equipment is kept at a certain level. So when we, and like our shirts and stuff, we're trying to carry ourselves, because we are the face of the town, my crew and everything. And keep the trucks off, tidied up in general. And anyways, like I said, I have my another truck replacement. I have one more next year that I'll be called up for a long time. And then Wade working on a program on my lawnmowers that we used to do a 10-year, we're gonna take it to a 5-year, replace it, because, we mow so much now. And so they do wear out. And some of the new storm, ponds over at, Brightwell, Himalaya, thanks, John. They all blame you for that design, by the way. But, it's gonna be entertaining watching my guys cut that,
Go
thing.
rock climbing.
That thing is nuts.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Isn't it?
So, but. on
Just let it
top-
go back to grass.
But we did look into a remote control mower, which is designed for hills. You don't have anybody on it. They have a pack, you just use your thumbs and fingers, and it's tread, and it can go almost. up
That
to
thing is
40,
absolutely
42,
insane.
43-degree angle.
You can thank Montgomery County for that.
That is a stormwater management
How about
pond.
sledding? How about sledding in that thing?
That thing is, it's, you can see it from, was that,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem Road. It looks about 60 feet deep. It's,
it's unbelievable. Yeah.
it's insane. It's insane.
Break out the toboggan.
Hey,
Did you
speaking
buy
of,
the remote control mower?
Yeah, no, we looked into it, it was $54,000. And that's before this park was come on, so I will, look into it again, and, I think it's something.
that would scare
for
the
safety of my-
daylights out of me. The rocks at the bottom, that'd scare the daylights out of me.
What's that?
That's a mowing that would scare the daylights out of me.
Oh, no, there's some of them that really, we cut the backside of the middle school pond. You guys, that big dam, we cut
Oh,
that
yeah.
backside.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't believe it. I think, once again, you always err in the safety. And there is a tool out there that would make, it safer for
Why do we
for
have to cut
people.
it? Why can't we let it grow? Like we're letting everything else grow.
That's what I was just thinking about, because it's not a dam.
Yeah. Oh,
It's only the
It'll
dam
help with
faces you have
runoff,
to.
water runoff and
Oh,
stuff.
good idea, John.
Let it grow.
Yeah.
same with the stormwater management.
Yeah.
We'll
let
look
it
into
grow.
that, John. Dang, John. Man, that's like I have an engineer here, man. All right.
Hey, which reminds me, Stearns Court,
You're reading my mind.
What's that?
Stearns Court. We can fill that in, save you guys some mowing time too.
That'd be nice too.
'Cause that's the weirdest thing that you guys have to come over there and mow that.
Hempstone Avenue, drainage swale.
Oh, yeah, we got number 2 now. So, but I still think we could look.
Yes,
at that.
the town bought that little piece on Stearns Court
Yeah.
from Stipec, and it's like you guys got to come down there and mow that, and it's a ditch.
Fill it in,
That's
Well,
what I
that's
said.
cool.
Fill it in, and
sell it.
Well, see, I don't know what we could do there, because that's part of the storm
Water
runoff.
management.
That, so we would literally have. to
I've
look
sent you
into-
pictures of that. We've been having crazy rainstorms, and I don't even see any standing water in it.
It's working.
Yeah, well, it's got drains there, so all you gotta do is raise the drains up.
It doesn't capture anything. Maybe we can take a
Anyway.
look at that. I mean, we've talked about it before.
Yeah, they bought, so the town had to buy it because he wasn't maintaining
What's
it,
going
and
on
it's
with
this
the
entire
development?
swale here.
What's in
And
the-
this,
at
they
the end of
become
the-
local.
end of town? The road's supposed to go through like Bodmer.
It's crazy.
Already
It's like,
through
why do,
Latimer and
Is it
Oxy
through now?
Farm.
It's
Yep.
open.
I pulled the blocks on it.
So the concrete, the new blacktop area?
Well, it's not finished
Not
yet.
yet, but it's.
So,
With the
so
Jersey one?
so where you are as far as the, Westerly Grove subdivision,
Supposed to go there.
they're replacing broken curb and gutter right now. Okay, they have to replace sections of sidewalk. They have to complete the sidewalk.
And then
Then they'll put the course on, final course. The problem you're running into is the time of year it is, because it has to be 40 degrees and rising in order to put down the last course, surface course. And
cool, thank you. Now what about the playground? When is that gonna happen?
when they apply for everything else to be done, like, because it's all lumped into one big bond, so they have, I mean,
What do
people
you
are
mean?
using
I don't
it.
understand, Tim. What do you mean?
People are using that playground right
Is
now.
it finished?
Yeah, because they went and finished it up.
Or you guys finished? Yeah.
I'll talk to you after the shutdown.
So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, they're in the process of
You guys do a
going
great
through,
job.
they're going through the process of,
Is there a bathroom over there too that we put in?
there is a plan for a bathroom, but it was not funded in this go.
What is that building they put in?
That's a well house.
That's a well house. What, it runs wells 4 and 14. It is not completed yet because of supply chain issues.
It's at Westerly Grove?
Westerly Grove, correct.
Anything else in Preston?
They were solid, man. Just busy.
Jeff, you said,
Oh, yeah.
so you guys didn't have a
Well,
meeting,
mine
or
is going to
did?
be short. Yeah, so the commissioner meeting on October 17th was canceled because there was, I guess there was nothing on the agenda. And we did not have a meeting on November the 7th because they were setting up for the elections. We want to congratulate Jim Brown and Sarah Paxima, Jim on his reelection and Sarah as a new commissioner. There will be a meeting next, I forgot, Monday, thanks. And the only business at that meeting will be taking photos, hearing reports from the election board, swearing in the commissioners, election of officers, appointments to boards and commissions, and no other business will take place at that meeting.
So you guys haven't met, this will be 3 meetings you haven't met.
No, they met.
Correct.
Well, 2, and then
Two.
Monday, then.
2, and then the third one will count.
Town business tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah. So I have all these notes here. I have to save them for December. And that is it.
Except for in this town again.
Okay.
Jeff, you gonna request to stay on the park board?
What's that?
Are you gonna request to stay on the park board?
I am, because I'm finally getting the hang of it.
I was gonna say, I don't.
It only took 2 years.
We're getting you coached up, man.
Yeah,
You guys stick around.
it only took 2 years, right, so.
Hey, Terry, you got a motion?
Probably don't have any
Yep.
budgetary items.
Anybody second it?
Second,
Home show's always
Third.
good.
All right, all in favor of adjourning, we're adjourned.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
I.
Oh, good, I'm getting my continuing education credit.
Oh, sorry, 8:23, yeah.